Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. And I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope it inspired you to rethink your life, take charge, face your fear, and live your goal. Now, a lot of people have actually asked me, okay, Muhammad, how did you win the World Championship? What was your secret recipe? To be honest, there isn't a secret recipe. But I will tell you what exactly I did, and maybe it will inspire you to do the same. I grew up with a stuttering problem, and it was so bad that I avoided contact with everybody, even my own family, because I was afraid that people might laugh at me. Now, I had a choice. Either I can act now, do something about it and change, or I can just ignore people and live alone, isolated. I made the mistake of choosing the latter. And that lasted with me for 9 years until high school. And in high school, I was met with a friend who is willing to take risks, who believes in me, who thinks that I can do it. And he pushed me and he said, the only way you can beat your fear is just to face it. And he advised me to speak in front of a crowd. And I still remember that day, the first time I took the stage. And I started speaking and I stuttered and people laughed. And I walked up to him later on and I said, your advice sucks. People are laughing at me. Now I'm the laughing stock of school. And he said, did you really expect to make it from the first trial? Of course not. Do some more. I took the stage again and they still laughed. I took it the third time. They still laughed. However, I noticed that they're laughing less because my stutter is starting to get better. So in my mind I thought, finally, I found the cure. I need to be on the stage as much as I can. And at that moment I had my goal. And my goal wasn't to win a trophy or to be the best speaker, no. My goal is to entertain and to inspire as much people as I could. In college I joined a stand-up comedy group and I was able to perform on a weekly basis. And I found my strength that I capitalized on it. My strength was humor. Humor comes easy to me. And I figured if people are gonna laugh anyways, they might as well laugh with me and not laugh at me. After college, I started my job, and for the first few years, I said to myself, I need to focus on my job and my job alone. So I distanced myself from the stage for a while, and I noticed that the stuttering is coming back. I needed to do something. I needed that fix. And that's when I joined Toastmasters. And when I joined Toastmasters, I found out it was a platform for me to speak every single week, take the stage. And who's out there just listening to me? My friends. The club becomes your family. The stuttering slowly goes away again. Then I heard about this contest. And that's the step for my goal. Remember, my goal was never to win a trophy. After all, it's just a piece of glass. My goal was to talk and inspire and entertain as many people as I could. So yes, I involved in the contest. I didn't care whether I won or lose. And one year, I made it to the International Speech Contest in Las Vegas. Now, that was my first time in the international stage. I didn't know what to do. This is all new to me. So what did I do? I asked for help. I sought advice. 2 weeks before the contest, I went to a Toastmaster club every single day. I gave the same speech again and again. I got as much evaluation as I could. And I gathered all these sheets of evaluation and I looked at them. And I wondered, what is so common? What is the one thing that everybody likes? And what is the one thing that everybody didn't like? I remember I had a line in my speech that I thought was well crafted. I thought it was like the best thing I've ever wrote. But reading that evaluation, I noticed a lot of people didn't like it. Now, I could have said, what do you know? This is a very good line. But that's the mistake that a lot of people, speakers, fall into. We always worry about, what do I sound like? How do I look on the stage? Am I presentable enough? Am I walking in in the right way? And the last thing that we care about is our audience. Your audience should be the number one. Forget about everything else. So in that spirit, I took that line out of my speech. And even though I fell in love with it, but it wasn't worth it. The audience didn't like it. I also remember in one of the Toastmasters clubs I went to, this young lady who just joined Toastmasters only 2 months ago. And she asked me if she could evaluate me. The first thought in my head was, I've been a Toastmaster for 6 years. Who is she to evaluate me? But I didn't let that thought creep in. Yes, please. I need that evaluation. And she actually gave me one of the best tips that took me to the championship. Now, I went to Las Vegas and I'm in the convention and I'm seeing all these contestants, and you get this nervousness, you get this excitement, you get this fear. Again, I reminded myself, what is my goal? This is not my goal. You have to aim higher and aim bigger. Your ambition should not be a piece of glass. So in the semifinals and in the finals, before I took the stage, the only thought in my mind was, I should be proud of myself that I made it this far. Go out there, entertain, enjoy yourself, and leave. And that's exactly what I did. And I guess that's exactly how I won. My last message to all of you, Muhammad Qahtani, who stuttered throughout childhood, can win the World Championship of Public Speaking. What is your goal? What is the thing that you gave up on? Maybe it's time to embark on a new journey again. I wish you all the happiness, and I wish you all success in the future. And remember, there is nothing is impossible. Have a wonderful day.